Good evening and welcome to KSC TV News. I'm Grace Pecci.
And I'm Kayla Prisco. Thanks for tuning in this evening.
Keene State College is celebrating Faculty and Staff Scholarship and Creativity Celebration. This annual event allows faculty to share their work with the campus community. Some faculty had books they had written on display, while others had folders containing clips of various articles they had written. Works came from professors from every department, including the English department, Social Science department, Marketing and Communications department, and the Holocaust and Genocide department, to name a few. The topics of the works range from the social movements and power, post-Holocaust ethics, mathematics, and modernism. The Dean of KSC's library has been planning the celebration since it started 3 years ago and says she enjoys looking at the work that the faculty has been working on.
To walk around and really look at what everybody's doing, and that's really the fun and the interesting part. Even the articles from disciplines that you don't understand so well, it's always really interesting to see what people are working on.
To find out more information on this annual event, you can visit the Mason Library's website at keene.edu/academics/library. Again, that's keene.edu/academics/library. Next year, new faculty and staff will be picked to show work.
Keene State students can get career counseling today at Rhodes Hall at 2 p.m. Career advising is always open to students at the Elliott Center here on campus, but today is a special event where you can work with a counselor and talk about exactly what you want to do at their drop-in clinic. The counselors can help you find internships, get you in contact with a Keene State alum, or just push you in the direction you want to go. You can find them online through the ACA website.
The project, called Book by Cadillac, allows drivers to trade in 10 different types of Cadillac vehicles up to 18 times a year for an affordable monthly fee of $1,500. The Keene Sentinel reports that this project is currently taking place in New York City, but due to popularity, it may be moving to other big cities as well. Because of its trade-in atmosphere, drivers do not need to purchase cars of their own due to the monthly fee and the options available.
Parking is always an issue on college campuses, and Keene State is no different. Recently, I went out to see if we might be getting more parking in the future. Here in Keene, New Hampshire, students are finding it difficult to get parking spaces relatively close to campus. As the snow accumulation increases, less and less parking spaces are available because of the large piles of snow and the number of students with cars.
It makes it a lot harder sometimes because when it's snowing, you don't want to be driving, so then everyone's parked in the lots, so you got to drive much farther to get a good spot.
There has been talk about building a new parking lot for on-campus students near the Pondside residence buildings, decreasing some of the traffic in Winchester lot.
You know, moving forward, you never know when properties come for sale and when the college would jump on an opportunity to grab a piece of property that they can, expand. They understand that parking is is a concern on campus. We have a lot more students than we do parking spaces.
I do think they need another parking spot that's closer to campus. I mean, they have the commuter lot, but as you can see, the Owl's Nest parking lot right behind us, there's like only a select few spots, and there's plenty of space to make another parking lot. They could either put a new lot right over here behind, like by Carl, that could be a spot, or towards Huntress maybe, over in that area.
Right now, there's not much the students can do but to continue to look for parking spots wherever they can find them. Commuter and on-campus students alike both deal with this problem. Having to walk half a mile from your car versus having to walk 30 feet makes a huge difference for a student who is going to class. As campus safety and the parking manager continue to delegate about a future parking lot being built, students will have to deal with the lack of permits and the lack of spaces here on campus. I'm Kayla Prisco, KSC TV. Though parking seems like a necessity for most students, campus safety always voices that parking is an opportunity for students, not a guarantee that a spot will be available.
College students across the country deal with the stress of balancing classes, extracurricular activities, work, and more. And Keene State students are no exception. Recently, I talked to some experts on campus about how students can manage that stress. Those students feeling the crunch.
I feel like now that it's towards the middle of the semester, a lot of kids are stressing out over deadlines.
Besides keeping up with her classes, Alex is an editor for the campus newspaper and she has 2 part-time jobs on campus. She feels the pressure of keeping all of that in balance and she sees it in her peers.
And especially seniors, whether or not they're going to graduate or have enough credits to graduate, or whether or not they're meeting test requirements or passing grades or getting the right GPA. So I feel like that's very stressful.
In a recent survey, nearly 30% of Keene State students reported that stress impacts their academic performance. Along with doing well in school, students say they worry about finances, getting along with friends, and finding a job after college. Experts say students feeling those stress factors need to reach out for help.
I think there are a lot of people who can help students on campus, and it's just about, trying to figure out who you're closest to and feel most comfortable sharing information with and asking for help.
On campus, the Counseling Center, the Aspire program, and the Academic Career Advising are all places students can turn to get the help they need. Alex says it can also be helpful to have good friends on campus to help you through.
But sometimes I'll get super stressed and I'll have like a little fit and it'll be like, ah! And then that's it, and the next minute you're just giggling at something else. And I find that humor is a really good way to combat stress, especially when you're with other people. If you can make them laugh, then that makes me stress less, and I know things will end up being okay in the end.
If you or someone you know is experiencing stress-related issues, you can visit the Counseling Center, located in the Elliott Center, for programs and valuable resources and someone to speak to. KSC TV News, I'm Grace Pecci. You can also visit their website at keene.edu/office/CHW. Again, that's keene.edu/office/CHW.
5 New Hampshire colleges are integrating a new program with attempts to bring down the rates of drug usage. The Keene Sentinel is reporting that the technique known as SBIRT, Screening Brief Intervention Referral to Treatment, will be used to help patients discuss the effects that their drug usage has on themselves and on the people around them. Future doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and other students will be trained with this technique.
That's all for this edition of KSC TV. Thanks for tuning in.
We'll be back next week at the same time. We'll see you then. Have a good evening.